Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting of the City of Lenoir for Tuesday, July the 20th, 2021. We welcome you here this evening. We're glad that you are with us. All our council members are here tonight, and welcome back. And our attorney is also with us. A number of our department heads are with us in the audience tonight, and we welcome the news topic always. Carmen, thank you for being here. We're welcome. We do have couple on Zoom tonight that could not be with us. Our Chief of Police, Chief Phelps, I think is on Zoom. Finance Director Donna Bean and our Public Utilities Director Radford Thomas, I think, are joining us on the Zoom tonight. So welcome you guys as well for being with us this evening. As we get started, please, as we go to a time of moment of silence and prayer and our Pledge of Allegiance, we would like to continue and think about Dr. Jeffrey Peel, County Commissioner from Alexander County, who was tragically killed in a car accident in Ohio during this week, and we want to keep his family in our thoughts and prayers as they deal with this terrible tragedy there. Dr. Peel was, like I say, served as a county commissioner for our neighboring Alexander County. We're also glad to have City Councilman John Beal was back with us. He had knee surgery and seems to be doing well. He's walking pretty good. Said his knee was moving 180 degrees. I don't know what that means.
Spinning around.
But that's good to hear. And John, we're glad that everything went well with that. So please keep John in your thoughts as well as he continues to improve, and continue also to pray for our community as our COVID-19 continues, and we have some fears out there of different strain coming and that kind of thing, and we certainly want to be safe. So continue to be safe. We encourage people to get their vaccination as quickly as they can and help fight this whole situation. So please keep all those things in our thoughts and prayers. Now, please join us for a moment of silence and our pledge. Thank you. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll now move into our agenda. We do not have matters scheduled for public hearing this evening, so we'll move on to our consent agenda items, consisting of minutes from the City Council meeting of Tuesday, June 15th, 2021. Item B are minutes of the closed session of the City Council meeting of Tuesday, June 15th, 2021, as they have been reviewed by the City Attorney, the City Council, and the City Manager. Item C are minutes of the Committee of the Whole meeting of Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, as submitted. Item D are minutes of the closed session of the Committee of the Whole meeting of Tuesday, June 22nd, and they are also reviewed by the City Attorney, City Council, and the City Manager. Item E is the final offer to purchase real property located in the 500 block of Wheeler Street. This is a final offer to purchase real property by resolution in the amount of $500 following the submission of all upset bids, and as submitted by Thomas Neal Moody for property located in the 500 block of Wheeler Street, being a 0.29 of an acre, North Carolina PIN number 274-957-7733, and Caldwell County Tax ID number 06-5-173A as submitted. The legal advertisement for the notice of offer to purchase real property was published in the news topic on Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, and staff is recommending the city accept the final offer to purchase because the city did not receive any additional upset bids. And item F is a water sales agreement. This was between the City of Lenoir and the Joyston Water Works Incorporated This is a recommendation of approval of the proposed water sales agreement between the City of Lenore and Joyston Water Works Incorporated to provide up to 125,000 gallons of drinking water per day at the applicable wholesale water rate. So those are the items for the consent agenda A through F. If there's anyone who would like to discuss any of those, or please do so now, or we will entertain a motion.
Are those water sales agreements done on a annual basis? Or how?
This current one's actually since 1967, I believe. The contract's for 100,000 gallons, and this is reducing that down to 125. They've never used more than 100 in the history of that contract, so we want to go back and free up that capacity.
Okay. So how long is this one for?
I think it's going to be 2 years. This one's 2 years.
Okay.
And this one is similar to the other.
It's a model, based on our model agreement.
Yeah, we've got one that we're using for all of
Right.
our contract water sales
Right.
now.
That's right. Any other questions concerning any of the items?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the consent agenda items A through F as presented.
Have a motion from Councilmember Stevens to accept the consent agenda items A through F as presented. No other discussion. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. That carries unanimously. Thank you very much for that. We'll move on then. It's now time for any request, petitions of any citizens. I do not see any citizens in our council meeting tonight. We have council members and our staff is here and the news topic. So if anyone have anything they would like to bring up, thank you. We'll move on then. We do not have reports of our boards and commissions, so we'll move on to the report and recommendations of the city manager, Mr. Hildebrand.
Mr. Mayor, cancel a couple items tonight for your information. First item, Bring Back the Music Jazz Concert will be held on Saturday, July 24th, 6:30 at the MLK Center. Food truck will be on site and free COVID vaccines available as well from the Happy Valley Medical Center. And again, that's Saturday, July 24th at 6:30 p.m. The planning board is scheduled to meet on Monday, July 26th at 5:30 at City Hall, 3rd floor. That's correct, right, Jenny? 3rd floor?
Planning board?
Yes.
Cancel.
Okay, so take that back. The July 26th planning board meeting is canceled. Committee of Whole for the month is also canceled for July. The next one will be held on Tuesday, August 24th, 8:30, 3rd floor, City Hall. Also, a cruising event will be held on Saturday, August 7th from 3 o'clock to 7 p.m. in downtown Lenore. And the ABC board will meet on Thursday, August 12th at 2 p.m. And I think that's all I have for the announcements this evening.
Any other announcements that we need to make of anything coming up? I know we have another downtown music event. Did you say that?
Well, that's later on
Okay.
in the month.
That's-
We'll meet before that happens.
That's right. That's in August, up in August. Okay, thank you for that.
Tonight, you have one item for consideration. You have a resolution for property condemnations for 320 and 340 Wilkesboro Boulevard Southeast. This is a resolution regarding condemnation of portions of property for free simple interest to construct a public road. Under General Statute, Chapter 40A, the city has the power of eminent domain to acquire property, improve streets and sidewalks, and to install and maintain public utilities. You have two parcels that, or actually three parcels with two ownerships. The first one is owned by John R. Flowers Jr., and that's NC Pen number 2759473522, and that's located at 320 Wilkesboro Boulevard. And the value of that property for the condemned portion is $6,925. The second owner is David L. and Doris Williams, and this parcel is identified NC Pen number 2759473592 and NC Pen number 2759474564, and this is located at 340 Wilkesboro Boulevard. The value of this property, the portion to be condemned, is $14,600. This is something we've been, I guess, working on for at least since I've been here for 6 years. I think Viridian apartments were built probably in 2014, 15, so at least since that time, about a road that will run behind the American Motel into the Hampton Inn property now and into Viridian. City Attorney Rohr has worked on this for, I guess, the last 2 years, I think.
As long as I've been city attorney.
So trying to go back and get this addressed. The property was originally owned by the Broyhill family, and so when they went back and sold these parcels to these individuals, they went back and outlined a road in the rear of these properties. Since that time, there's been, I guess, one court case that was filed regarding that, and I think the opinion of the court was that it was a private road behind that property. Mr. Rohr can give you the legal technicalities on all that good stuff. But anyway, we've had this designed and ready, and back in May 18th of this year, you approved a capital project ordinance to cover the cost for this construction and also to pay out the right-of-way acquisition cost, or actually it's fee simple purchase. So, Mr. Rohr, you
Which was
wanna-
arrived at, by the way, by an independent appraiser.
We had an appraisal
right.
done, yes,
Right.
and you can explain maybe the process.
Yeah, so the city has expressed, I guess even when I was on council, concern about the amount of traffic that gets directly out on Wilkesboro Boulevard from non-traffic light intersections, whether it's Veridian or Hampton Inn or Napa or Blue Ridge Tire, all of those places, American Hotel. And so, again, when PB Realty developed this area, they designated on these deeds a private road, but at least one property owner didn't believe it was a private road, and so there was a lawsuit about that between PB Realty and the Williams, and PB Realty won that, and at that point, the Williams still weren't very cooperative on things. If you look down from High Brighton Drive down toward the hotel, you can see that there's like a tractor trailer in what's supposed to be there for the road and that sort of thing. So at the direction of council, I employed Sweeting Appraisals to appraise both tracts, I guess, I'm going to refer to as 2 different tracts of land, even though it's actually 3 tracts of land. And so particularly for Williams, they're going from a private easement that's been established, actually both of them, from a private easement that's been established to be a public road, and that's the values that the appraising company came up with. The way it works is if you choose to authorize this, I will file on behalf of the city of Lenoir condemnation lawsuits against these folks. We'll put the amount of money that the appraisals have determined into the court system so that the money will be sitting there. At the moment the suits are filed and a memorandum is posted at the Register of Deeds, the property becomes the city's. So you don't have to wait for a judgment for the property to become the city's. And at that point, I guess city staff would move forward with clearing the easement area and begin improving it and eventually installing a public road through there. And if Williams or Flowers wants to contest it, they would have an opportunity to contest the amount of the appraisal, but the property would immediately become the city's. I think Mr. Flowers actually wants to cooperate with this, and he's interested in having the road back there. But I think there are 2 deeds of trust against his property, and the banks would never respond when we contacted them. We did contact both the Williams and Mr. Flowers and the banks involved with proposals to get this resolved without going this route, and just never got a positive response. So that's where we stand.
Okay. Any questions? Mr. Rohr, and by the way, thank you very much for your work on this. I know you've spent a lot of time and effort with it. We certainly appreciate that.
Mr. Wright.
And Mr. Wright as well, thank you for your work on this and everyone who's been involved in it in so many different ways of trying to do it. It is a good thing that we're trying to do. That road to be safe to go out to High Brighton Drive to the stoplight is much needed there and has been for a good long time. So this will be something we'll all be proud to have when it gets finished on that, if it goes that way. Any other questions? If not, I would think we would need a motion. I guess we'll need to do it on A and B separately.
Just one resolution.
One resolution, okay. Just one
Mr.
resolution.
Mayor, having made very reasonable and patient efforts, the city has gone through the proper steps, and as manager alluded to, it's been 5 to 6 years at least in process. It is a matter of public safety. It's a matter of economic development, because it could help further develop those properties by having a second means of entry into those properties for the outparcels that are still yet to be developed. So I would like to make a motion that we accept these resolutions, both A and B for 320 Wilkesboro Boulevard and 340 Wilkesboro Boulevard, as staff has recommended.
Okay. You've heard the recommendation from Councilmember Perdue that we accept these resolutions for condemnation for the properties as identified from A and B. So if there's no other discussion, we'll call for the question. All in favor of accepting this, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you very much. Again, thank you for all the work involved in putting this together. Anything else, Mr. Hildebrand?
That's all I have.
Okay. All right, we'll move on. Anything else from Mr. Attorney? Thank you.
sir.
Thank you again for that.
My plate's full.
Plate is full. All right, and I will move down. We do have a couple board appointment recommendations that we brought up at the meeting in June 15th, our city council meeting. That is for a reappointment to our Lenore Business Advisory Board for Jennifer Endicott. This is for a 3-year term. Jennifer has been serving on the Business Advisory Board and has done a great job with that, is a good member, very involved, and of course is a downtown merchant. We're glad to have her a part of that, so recommend her for that reappointment. And we have a new seat on the planning board for Curtis Baker. This will be a new appointment for a 4-year term, and Curtis is well involved in things that are going on not only in the community, but understands planning and other things from the jobs and things that he does, as we talked about in the last time. So I'll make these 2 recommendations to you for our boards.
Mr. Mayor, I make, do we need to vote on this?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve the appointees as recommended.
Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Willis that we approve the recommendations for the appointment to the Planning Board and the Lenore Business Advisory Board. If there's no other question or discussion, I will call for the question. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you, and we certainly appreciate these people being willing to serve on our boards, and we do have some good boards in our city. We're very proud of those who serve. All right, anybody from the city council have anything that I'd like to report, bring up at this time? I know we haven't met much since June, so it's been good. I hope everybody's had a great summer. I know it's been busy, even though we haven't met as much, but a lot of good things are happening in our community, and we're very pleased and proud to hear that. Construction is moving, and hopefully will continue that way. We hope that the economy will continue to stay strong, and we've had some good other things that we've heard reports on that are coming into our city. So we hope that will continue to happen. But if there's nothing else to come before us, we're going to stand adjourned tonight. Thanks for being with us.
Just go ahead and stand.